Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Living Life, a Lifeum. Today I'm joined by an awesome guest, an awesome student within the exercise science department. Hi Riley, how are you doing today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm really good, really good. Thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
That's awesome. And talk to me a little bit about your experience. What program exactly are you on and what quarter are you on?
So I'm a junior. I'm in the exercise science program. I'm part of the women's wrestling team. That's kind of how I heard about life. So I've been liking it so far. I've been here for 3 years, so I really love it.
That's amazing. So you are an athlete and you're in the exercise science department.
Yes.
What got you interested into the exercise science department?
I've wrestled for a long time. So I've been wrestling since I was 5 years old, and I've always just been interested in the more sports realm of things. I've been in athletic training through most of my career of just rehab. And then I'm also just super into lifting and all that. And so when I heard about life and the coaches reached out to me and they saw that they had the exercise science program, it kind of just seemed like the right fit.
Perfect fit. That's awesome. And how has been your experience kind of graduating high school and transitioning into becoming a student athlete more so? And how has been that experience?
It's been a transition. I'm from a really small town, so moving all the way down to Atlanta was kind of scary. I'm originally from northern New York, so it's very much of a different aspect here. But I mean, I just take it day by day, and I love the new experiences that I've been having here. Everyone's super nice here. That's the one thing that kind of caught me off guard, because everyone always tells you, oh, you go to a city and people aren't as nice. And actually, I think everyone I've met here has been super welcoming and made me feel like at home. So
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And do you stay on campus?
I stayed on campus the first 2 years, and now I'm off campus for the first time. And I've actually loved being off campus. I did like being in the commons, but I was ready to, because I'm a wrestler, I have to watch my diet a little bit more. So to have my own kitchen and stuff like that, I really loved it. And I'm actually rooming with one of my roommates, Peyton Prussian.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a perfect fit.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
That's really cool. And how has that been the experience of, being a full-time wrestling athlete, kind of juggling all the things, being in season, off season, and kind of staying on track with that?
It gets a little difficult. Specifically for me, I'm on campus all day long, because I also work at the wellness center on campus.
Wow.
So I go from class to work, back to class again, maybe work again, or just to practice. So I'm usually on campus from 7 in the morning till about 5:30 at night.
Wow.
So it does make it a little bit difficult, but it's what I love to do. And, I like to be busy, and so it makes it easy.
So how's that experience of working on campus? Are you doing that through work study opportunity, or are you doing that through a different hiring opportunity?
So I'm in the part-time opportunity, but I do work with people that do the work study. But I do like it. It's really easy to fit it into my schedule. It changes every quarter. So, to do it in between classes instead of just having a break and not knowing what to do with myself, I get to sit there, help out. I get to be in the realm that I like to be in anyway, being in a gym. And I get to do some of my homework. I get to help out other people with questions about exercises, and it makes it easy just being right there on campus. So
that's awesome. And you mentioned that you heard a little bit of the university because you got reached out by a coach. Talk to me about that process, the Discovering Life University, and all the things that you did.
So Ashley Flavin now is the one who found me back in 10th grade, I want to say it was, at a tournament. Her and her husband now, Christian Flavin, they found me, and that's when they started talking to me a little bit. And actually from 10th, 11th, 12th grade, they were always in my corners at big events. They helped me a lot throughout high school with the nationals, world team trials, and all that. And so when it finally came down to me choosing a school, it kind of just seemed right, since they've always just been there with me. And then, they told me more about life and what you guys offer here, and how the chiropractic is a great program, and if I was interested in that, and how, as an athlete, I could get free adjustments, and the rehab here is great. So that's kind of how I heard about it. And I don't know, I visited here twice, and I just really liked it. It fit the best.
That's beautiful. And there's something very, very unique about the athletes at the university. And it's exactly that they receive the chiropractic care kind of on the house as part of your training, because you understand the importance of chiropractic in your performance as an athlete. But there's also other components. What are some of those other components that you get immersed in as an athlete in the university?
So I've never been adjusted until I got here. So like that for me, like, cause we train hard. We train about 5 to 6 times a week, 2.5 hours. We do lifts 3 times a week. So getting those adjustments like really helps me reset my body, especially after a long weekend of a tournament or whatnot. It helps a lot. And then to also talk to like some of the doctors and explain some of the more of the muscles, the bones, and how you could adjust like your training so you don't continue to hurt yourself or put yourself in those bad positions. They just work really well with you. Like they're always there before games, tournaments, whatever, like adjusting. It's great to go after practices or before practices, get adjusted, make sure I feel the best so I can perform my best.
That's awesome. And I hear that you're also a representative for the Association of Athletes. Talk to me about that role. What does that mean?
So I was brought on last year by Haley Finn, who had graduated from here. And this year I'm the primary. So basically I just represent the women's wrestling team in the association. So anything that we want to bring about, make changes within the athletic department. So like if we're missing something in the rehab center, like what can we do to get it? Making sure like there's lots of athletes at different events so we can all support each other and create a better community within that. So it's pretty cool. We put on the athletic banquet at the end of the year as well, which is we're starting to get ready for that. So we just got our what do you want to call it, awards assigned to us. So we have to start making our speeches and kind of get ready for that here soon.
That's so exciting. The athletic banquet, I had the opportunity of attending one, and it was just so beautiful and excited to see everybody's just accomplishments, families, and the way that you become just one with each other. It's
super fun, especially because, I mean, I've made lots of friends on other teams, so like seeing what exactly they've accomplished and getting awarded for it is like fun to see and watch, and it's exciting to see everyone dressed up, and we're all together. It's like 600 athletes, like all in the same room, so it's like overwhelming but super cool.
That's awesome, and also in a whole different wardrobe that you're not used to seeing each other.
Yes, you don't even recognize some people because like I usually wear athletic clothes half the time, so when I come out in a dress, they're like, Riley, that's you.
That's awesome. And really, what are the next steps? What are your goals right now?
So I have another year of wrestling. Technically, I have a 5th year as well. I don't know if I'm going to take it yet, but I do want to either further my education here at the master's program. If I take a 5th year, be a grad assistant. But I do want to be a coach one day in the women's wrestling college realm. So if that doesn't work out, I do want to be like a personal health and fitness coach, or just like a strength and conditioning coach at a college, and just be still really involved with athletics and lifting and wrestling, really.
And getting ready for this interview, I kind of read a little bit about you coaching youth.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
I've coached some younger wrestlers back at home a little bit. I'm hoping to do like a clinic when I go back home this summer and just spread wrestling a little bit more. It's a fast-growing sport, so I'm really looking forward to just spreading my knowledge on this because I've been in it for so long. And I've started doing refereeing for flag football this weekend. That's what I'm trying to do. And I've never been a part of flag football before, but I'm excited because it's a new upgrowing sport. I'm pretty sure, I think next year we're going to have our own team in flag football, which is like interesting. So I'm excited to start like opening up like to new sports and stuff like that. So
that's awesome. It sounds like you're paving already your way as a professional, and it's really good to create those marketing experiences and those networking experiences, better said, to as you develop, so that whenever the graduation comes, it's just an easy transition.
Yeah, I just want to be as easy as possible going from one to another, and I just want to be involved with sports somehow still and be active. That's my passion. That's what I love to do. So
I love that. And from the academic piece, what would be your most favorite course that you have taken so far?
My favorite course was actually last quarter. I really loved with Gus. It was what was it called? Exercise prescription and testing. In that course, basically you go through and you learn how to do body composition, so the pinch test, circumference, you do VO2 maxes. And so it's basically like more of the lab work and seeing all the data behind your fitness, which is really cool and kind of opened up a little door to me of maybe I wouldn't mind working in a lab with like a NFL team one day or something like that. But yeah, actually me and the professor, Gustavo, we're going to start, I think, working with the women's soccer program and testing their VO2 max. So I think here in the next few weeks, we'll be starting that up, me and a few other classmates. So I'm excited to do more testing.
That's really cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's really awesome. How often do you get to go back home?
Not very often. I actually just went home for the first time in like 8 months during spring break.
Okay.
But I do see my family quite a bit. They travel lots of tournaments and stuff. So my dad's pretty invested in, watching me wrestle. He's been my coach since I was a little girl. So
I bet tears comes to his eyes all the time.
Oh, yeah,
and when he sees this, for sure.
For sure.
That's awesome. Congratulations, Riley. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us. Good luck on all these beautiful projects. Keep spearing ahead and keep being an influential piece, because wrestling is definitely a beautiful, beautiful sport. If you haven't had the opportunity to experience it, I'm the daughter of a wrestler.
Okay,
So that's how I know. But definitely good luck with everything that you're doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Very proud of you. Keep representing.
Thank
You're
you.
doing amazing.
Thanks.
I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next episode of Living Life at Life You. Have a nice one.